By the end of this video, you will be a master of ensuring a lifetime of misery. Each step is specifically designed to maximize suffering. Together, we'll explore the most efficient ways to propel you towards a life of misery and discontent. So buckle up for a comprehensive tutorial on how to be miserable for the rest of your existence. Let's go. Step number 1. Doom scroll on social media. Now, for the first time in history, you can open your eyes, roll over, and have a world of socialization staring back at you. As the brightness of your phone lights up your face, that superficial dopamine high fills your body. That increased dopamine from likes and tweets will ensure that you stay miserable until your next hit. Make sure you use your phone in bed for vision problems, sleep delay, and overall negative sleep quality. Speaking of sleep, let's get to step number 2. Disrupt your sleep as much as possible. Turn your alarm off and sleep in for the day. In fact, do that every day. Daylight is good for your brain, so if you want your mood to suffer, miss as much daylight as possible. If you get that urge to check your phone in the middle of the night, do it. You'll feel the effects on your attention, your mood, or general health. The suprachiasmatic nucleus in the hypothalamus part of the brain signals to the body whether it's day or night. Ensure that your body has no idea what time it is if you want to be miserable. Step number 3. Indulge in an unhealthy diet. A high sugar diet will damage your brain and affect your mental health. Around 95% of the serotonin produced in your body comes from the gastrointestinal tract. So if you want to be depressed, stop by your closest McDonald's as often as possible and grab yourself a big burger. The fattier and the heavier, the better. The more processed a food is, the worse it is for your mood. Food doesn't come more processed than McDonald's. Their burgers last over 25 years. A balanced diet helps you feel more alert and think clearly. But if you want to feel tired, slow, and cloudy, go for the junk food. Step number 4. Procrastinate. Put off important tasks as long as possible. Stress is linked to the 6 biggest causes of death. From heart disease and cancer to accidents and suicide, stress is the biggest killer. If you make a to-do list and organize yourself, you can help reduce stress. But if misery is what you want, leave yourself with small windows of time, filling your day with unimportant tasks and anything to avoid that big important thing that is staring you in the face. Procrastination is the secret ingredient to feeling unaccomplished, unhealthy, and out of time. Step number 5. Stay in your comfort zone. Refrain from stepping outside your comfort zone. Whether it's socializing, exploring new places, or learning different languages, only engage in an experience if it's absolutely essential. Avoid putting yourself out there. From social situations to traveling and languages, make sure an experience is absolutely necessary before committing to it. These are the situations that build character, confidence, and social skills, and they are inevitable in life. But if you don't want to have fulfilling interactions, try as hard as you can to stay in your comfort zone. Step number 6. Be a yes man. If you want to be miserable, keep saying yes to everything. Have you ever seen that movie called Yes Man with Jim Carrey?
Yes.
Yes! He's forced to say yes to everything.
The word is yes, Carl.
And if yes is your default, then you won't have any personal boundaries. You'll be pulled into activities, crowds, and lifestyles that may not align with your values. Before you know it, you might lose sight of who you really are. Boundaries are important. It's okay to say no thank you. If you constantly give in to peer pressure, you will lose yourself. And without that sense of self, you will be well on track to a miserable life. Step number 7. Put as much pressure on yourself as possible. Overload yourself with targets and make yourself stressed. This will put pressure on every aspect of your life and guarantee that it's a living hell. Relaxation and mindfulness have a direct correlation with happiness and well-being. As little as a few minutes out of your day to meditate can rewire your brain and make you more optimistic. But hey, if you want the soul-crushing pressure, keep yourself as stretched and stressed as possible. Step number 8. Act as if the world owes you everything. Start to believe that you are special and that good things should just happen to you without any effort. This sense of entitlement will impact everyone around you negatively. Plus, it gets in the way of ever achieving goals by blocking your motivation. Embracing a sense of entitlement is a surefire to negatively impact your life, causing significant distress for everyone involved. Step number 9. Only think about yourself. Be consumed by your own issues. This is easy if you constantly think about how you are being oppressed by society, your family, and anyone else you encounter. But if you listen to others and have empathy, studies show that your well-being will dramatically increase. It enables lasting and worthwhile relationships. People will trust you and enjoy your time if you think of them. But if you want people to drift away until you are left alone and miserable, only think about yourself. Step number 10. Neglect your living space. Make your living space cluttered and disorganized. Your living space will set the tone for your mood and productivity. Studies have found that businesses are more productive with a clean work environment. Your ability to work will mirror the state of your working environment. If your house or apartment is a mess, then you won't be able to think clearly either. It will be harder to concentrate and nothing will get done and you will feel like a failure. Step number 11. Never forgive anyone. Hold on to grudges as long as you can. If you keep focusing on the people who have wronged you, it will drain your energy. Forgiveness is a virtue in every major religion. Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism all preach forgiveness. And that's for a reason. Scientifically, forgiveness is linked to happiness and good health, and even changes in the cardiovascular and nervous systems. The longer you hold on to grudges, the longer your mind and body will suffer. If you're looking for pain, hold on to those grudges. Step number 12. Wait for opportunities. Wait on your couch for the doorbell or the phone to ring. Opportunities don't grow on trees. Success in all aspects of life comes from the intersection of hard work and opportunity. You need to go out into the world if you want to make something happen. That's where you interact with other people, and you never know how that might lead to an opportunity. The worst thing you can do is sit around waiting for opportunities to fall on your lap. By the time an opportunity comes along, you won't have any energy to do anything with it. This lack of initiative will lead to missed chances for growth and progress, ultimately leaving you feeling stagnant and discontent. So if you want to foster feelings of depression and unfulfillment, adopt a passive approach and simply wait for opportunities to present themselves. Step number 13. Don't trust people. Assume that people want the worst for you. Distance yourself from other people both physically and emotionally. Numerous studies have established a connection between social trust, kindness, and happiness. This includes trust within romantic relationships as well. Placing trust in your partner has been shown to significantly improve your overall well-being, reducing the likelihood of experiencing anxiety and depression. If you aim to lead a miserable life, avoid placing trust and faith in others. Step number 14. Never change. Keep practicing your habits, even if you see how destructive they are. Start approaching your life as though there is no possibility for positive change. Going through stages is a fundamental part of life. From childhood to adulthood, you become a different person. But it does not end there. Through relationships, your work, and your mindset, you need to continue evolving. Opening yourself to advice and accepting that you're not perfect will help you mature. On the other hand, if you want to be stubborn and refuse to change, it will never lead to a good life. Step number 15. Focus on things you can't control. Direct your attention to all of the things that are way over your head and out of your grasp. Open up Twitter and get angry about the state of the world. Complain about everything affecting your life. This will keep you focused on everything except yourself. Instead, if you look inwards and improve what's within your control, you'll find that it will make you feel more confident, more stable, and more capable. This is a mentality that many successful people practice. Do your best and leave the rest. But you've come here for misery, so obsess over the things that you can't control. Step number 16. Look busy. Try as hard as you can to look busy instead of doing real work. Go through the motions without taking anything in. Open up as many tabs as possible on your computer before returning to a task. Doing this will help trick your brain into doing something, whether it's watching videos, scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, or getting caught in a Wikipedia black hole. Real progress comes from focusing on one task at a time. Even if it's slower and more time consuming, doing something right is always worth it. For the miserable option though, keep opening those tabs. Step number 17. Give up on yourself. As soon as you feel any pushback, give up. Persistence and dedication are valuable skills that teach you how to handle setbacks in life. When you have to overcome obstacles to achieve your goals, it makes them more valuable. But if sadness is what you seek, then resign yourself whenever things get tough. This will only make you less patient and more frustrated. Step number 18. Live in the past. Run as many scenarios through your head about how things could have gone differently. What if you had worked harder, or tried to better yourself, or chose a different profession? Dwelling on everything that happened in the past will ensure that you never experience appreciation and contentment. Instead, if you live in the moment, life will become a totally different experience. There's less anxiety about the past or the future, and the time you spend with your loved ones will be more quality. So, living in the past will guarantee anxiety, depression, and a wasted life. Step number 19. Avoid all forms of physical activity, including walking. If you want depression, stop moving your body. Regular exercise releases feel-good endorphins that will increase your general well-being. It's not only good for your body but for your brain too. And it doesn't have to be intense exercising either. Even a short walk can radically change your mood and outlook. Instead of taking the car, use your legs. Humans have been using them for hundreds of thousands of years. Without regular exercise, we are lacking a vital part of our natural lifestyle. And lacking those endorphins will lower your mood and keep you in a miserable funk. Step number 20. Judge people before meeting them. Assume that you know everything about a person before interacting with them. This will only cut off your chances of learning anything new. Everyone has been through something you haven't, and each person has a valuable lesson to teach you about yourself. But if you want to be denied of this vast experience and knowledge, then prejudging will get the job done. Everyone has been through something you haven't. Step number 21. Don't take responsibility. Don't view yourself as someone who has duties, obligations, and autonomy. Reject responsibility. For most people, their happiness depends largely on their circumstances, but this can only take you so far, and it's not real happiness. Inevitably, we all run into problems, but if the difference in your mood is how other people act, then life will leave you constantly chasing the perfect conditions. What truly makes you happy comes from your own attitude, and if you take responsibility for this, you can change the way you interpret things around you. If you begin to take accountability for your own actions, then studies show that it can lead to happiness. Or not. If you want an endless string of misery, then shift the blame onto everyone else. I guess it's up to you. If you've followed all these steps, then congratulations. You've ensured that you will never experience true happiness, achievement, self-reflection, or connection. My approach in this video has been intentionally sarcastic to encourage a shift in perspective. By highlighting what not to do, I hope I help inspire you to make the right choices and pursue a more fulfilling, contented life.